Hey YouTube, how you doing? Biggie here, how's everything? Welcome to another of my DVD collection. Today, this is a part 2 of my DVD collection, and today we're going to be reviewing my collection of my rated R Paramount. The rated R, the ones I currently got in my DVD inventory, my rated R Paramount inventory DVD collection. Yep, and I'll be getting more in the future, of course. So let's get a move on with my collection. I got this movie. This movie stars Sean Connery, the late great Sean Connery, Mark Harmon, Meg Ryan, Jack Warden also. This is a 1988 film, The Presidio. It's about Mark Harmon and Sean Connery. They don't even like each other. Sean Connery's an Presidio Army Provost Marshal. Mark Harmon was a cop. The characters didn't get along in the movie. They didn't really like each other until like the very end. And Meg Ryan plays Sean Connery's daughter in this, and she's seeing Mark Harmon's character, and Sean Connery was not satisfied with it. But because Sean Connery and Mark Harmon, they investigate a murder of a female military police officer in this movie. It's not a bad movie, but there are some hits and misses with it. It's not a bad movie. Next in my collection, this is a Dollar General DVD, of course, and I got it used, of course. Elton John, played by Taron Egerton, or whatever his name is, 2019 film of Rocketman. I haven't seen this yet. I just collect, but I'll see it someday. This one is the next. It's a crazy film. Stars Brent Briscoe, Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, and Bridget Fonda in this. A Simple Plan from 1998. And they find an airplane, I guess, or whatever, it had lots of money in it. Next in my rated R Paramount collection, I got Braveheart. I love this movie to death. This 1995, Mel Gibson and everything. Mel Gibson also made this film too. Produced by Mel Gibson and directed by Mel Gibson. I really love this movie to death. One of my favorite rated R movies of all time, especially 1995. One of my favorite hit movies of 95, along with like Toy Story and Casino. Casino with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro, if you know what I'm talking about. And this movie won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director Mel Gibson. So if anybody who's never seen this movie before, you should watch it. You will not be sorry. This one, next rated R one, it's an animated one. It was released in 1999. This is funny, but I can never get over this movie. I love it though. South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. And look at all the South Park characters right where my fingers are moving. You can see all the South Park characters right there and everything. And there's Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny. Kenny burned himself in that the scene. Yeah, and there was this scene in the movie where Kenny farted and lit it on fire. Cartman going, "I bet you $100 you can't let it fart on fire." He went like, strike. He got on fire. And in this one, Kenny is voiced. You know how in the series he's normally voiced by Trey Parker or Matt Stone, but there was a movie in the movie where the terrorists and everything, but Kenny came back after he died. He came back for a little while to help. And as I said, he's voiced by one of the creators, Matt Stone or Trey Parker, in this and the series. But after he took his head off, after Kyle, Kenny, and Stan Kyle Cartman and Stan thanked him, Kenny pulled his pulled his hoodie off and said, "Goodbye, you guys." And that version of Kenny was voiced by creator of King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead creator Mike Judge. And I think this was not just released by Paramount, it was also released by Warner Brothers Pictures and Comedy Central. Yep. They swear, this movie, they say the F-U-C-K a lot of times, like, shut your fucking face, Uncle you're a boner biting bastard, Uncle and that's U-N-C-L-E, you, Uncle and he's like, and that Terrence and Phillip, two Canadian, when they said, "Summer boss." I love it though. But here's another great movie. Richard Gere is in this, Deborah Winger, Louis Gossett Jr. It's where he joins the Navy. He plays a Navy pilot. Louis Gossett Jr. won an Academy Award in this for his brilliant portrayal of the tough drill instructor. Released in 1982, An Officer and a Gentleman. Oh, I love this movie. And also has the hit song "Up Is Where We Belong," performed by Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes or whatever her name is. Love lift us up where we belong. Beautiful song. And it's a beautiful movie too. There are some scary, creepy parts in this movie, but I still thought it was a good movie. Another one. This was released 1977, back in the days of disco. Saturday Night Fever. It stars John Travolta. 1977. And it has hit songs from the Bee Gees like "More Than a Woman" and "Night Fever, we got a right to do it." And of course the hit song "Hop, pop, 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 stay alive, hop, pop, 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 stay alive." Good music, good movie. The Bee Gees. But here's another John Travolta movie I also have. And this one's great too. This stars Nicolas Cage. Face Off. Released in 1997. This also has like actress Gina Gershon's in this. And Joan Allen's in this. And John Travolta's youngest son was killed in the beginning of this movie, and he tried to get revenge on Nicolas Cage for it. Yep. There's a scene where Travolta and Cage switch bodies in that. Oh wait, that's Travolta, that's Cage. Yep. But here's a film trilogy I really like. Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. Beverly Hills Cop II, 87. Beverly Hills Cop III, 94. Beverly Hills Cop 3. Yep. This Beverly Hills Cop DVD, I bought it used, but look, it's not in the best shape in the world, but mechanically, the DVD works great. I like it. I've seen all these movies, but Beverly Hills Cop 3 didn't really fit it for me. It's not
bad, but I really have nothing to say about it. But
Beverly Hills Cop 2 was all right, but there were three things different about this movie. All three Beverly Hills Cop movies had different directors. Like, I know John Landis, who also directed movies like Trading Places and Coming to America, which also starred Murphy. He directed this. Tony Scott directed this. And Martin Brest directed the first Beverly Hills Cop. But I liked John Landis, but Beverly Hills Cop didn't fit it for me. The third one. Second one was not bad. The first one's the best. But here's a great movie I watch every Thanksgiving. 1987. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Steve Martin and John Candy. They get lost in an airport. They get lost there. They flight cancellations and everything because of bad weather and everything. And then they run into problems, both of them there. But this is a good movie, though. I mean, Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times, the late Roger Ebert, he called this a screwball comedy with a heart. And I agree with him on that. It's one of the funniest movies. It's a funny comedy movie. I really like it. Great movie. Funny movie. 1987. And this movie is rated R. Even though it's kind of like more PG, but it's rated R because the guy said that if the F word is used in a movie like 17 plus times, it's considered rated R. But the F word, he used it like 18, 20 times when there was a scene where Neil Page, played by Steve Martin, was going on had to get a rental car, and they gave him a key to a car and it wasn't there, and he goes to the lady, played by actress Edie McClurge, to the rental car lady, and he's angry, and he's like, she's like, how can I help you? And he's upset, and he's like, you can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. You could give me an automobile, a fucking Toyota, a Mustang, a fucking pickup truck, 4 wheels in a seat. And he's like, and he's like swear, and then and she asked him for his rental agreement, and he threw it away, and she's like, oh boy. Steve Martin's like, oh boy, what? And she's like, you're oh god, I love this movie. One of my favorite movies. I bought this DVD back in 2013 along with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off is my PG-13 Paramount collection, and this is a Paramount 2. They're both from the same creator, John Hughes. But here's a movie I have, another one. This movie's from 2005. I've seen it one time. Eben Roper gave this 2 thumbs up. Stars Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese Gibson, Andre Benjamin, best known as Andre 3000, Outcast, and Garrett Henlon, 4 brothers. Yep. Here's another one I like. 1988, Coming to America. Right here. Stars Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, he's an African prince. He travels to from Africa to America, goes to Queens, New York, and to search for his bride. The actress who played is played by actress Sherry Headley, was her name. She did a pretty good job. This also stars James Earl Jones in it. And Samuel L. Jackson makes a cameo in this as bad. It stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, or should I say Arsenio Hall. Good movie though. Good movie. I give this movie a lot of praise though. But here's another movie I really like. This came out 5 years before coming to America. Trading Places, 1983. Stars Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Yep. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, they changed, like, switch lives with his everything. It's good. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I last time I saw it, I really liked it. Here's my last movie with my at least Eddie Murphy. I have another Eddie Murphy movie I'm gonna be saying. These ones, they star Nick Nolte as well. This was Eddie. The first one is Eddie Murphy's first movie. Was that 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours. 1982, 1990. The first 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy, he was like 21 at the time when this movie came out. This is his first movie. Yep. Jack Cates, played by Nick Nolte, he's a cop in this. And Eddie Murphy, I guess, is the bad guys. They would never be friends, but they're about to be partners. Yep. I haven't seen these in a long time, but yep. I have another movie, my Eddie Murphy movie in my collection. It's a stand-up movie. Samuel L. Jackson also appeared in this one. It's from 1987. Raw, stand-up. He does talks about like Stallone, Rocky, and everything. And he's always does a Bill Cosby impression. Bill Cosby impression, like everything, and it's a good stand-up, Down and Dirty. Yep, and I have another Eddie Murphy stand-up movie, but it's not from Paramount. It was released in 1983. It's called Delirious. He's in Washington Constitution Hall performing. He's wearing like a red suit and stuff. But here's one of my seasonal movies I got. This one's from 1989. Pet Sematary. Stars Fred Gwynn, Dale Midkiff, and everything. This is one of my seasonal. A family moves in on the countryside and everything, and they find something scary and stuff. Yep. It's from this is based on the novel of Stephen King. I love Stephen King. There's another Halloween movie, a seasonal movie I have. Johnny Depp is in this, and I love him. 1999 film, Sleepy Hollow. It's also created by Tim Burton. Creator of he created Batman, Michael Keaton Batman Returns with Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Corpse Bride. And yep, I love this. Here's some of my sports movies. Here's one I really like. 1989, Major League. Stars Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, and Corbin Burnson. Wild Thing. It's a great movie, though. Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger, they also worked together in another movie called Platoon. And that's in my MGM rated R collection. And Tom Berenger won Academy Awards for that. And here's another movie I really liked. This was released in 1974. The Longest Yard. Stars Burt Reynolds, Eddie Albert, and the guy who who played Jaws in the James Bond film series, the big guy, Richard Kiel, he's in this. May he rest in peace. He was also in Happy Gilmore, Mr. Lars. It's named Richard Kiel. One time I thought it was Richard Kyle, but it's Kiel. Couldn't pronounce his name last. And I wrote on here with a Sharpie marker 1974 because I have another Longest Yard DVD, and that one's from 2005. That movie's from 2000. Other Longest Yard movies from 2005, and that stars Adam Sandler and Courtney Cox and James Cromwell and Chris Rock. And that's in my sports collection too. Here's my last movie of my rated R Paramount collection, but there'll be more coming in the future, of course. I'm gonna get more. Duh. Another great movie, 1999. It's from Paramount and MTV Pictures. Varsity Blues. Football movie. Stars John Voight in this. All he did was push his players and everything. He didn't care about his players or anything. All he did was push them and shove them and gave them some like illegal drugs, I guess, or something like the needle and everything. And James Vanderbeek, who's best known as Dawson on Dawson's Creek, was in this, and he was doing Dawson's Creek at the time. I really loved him. I loved him in this and on Dawson's Creek. And I had a crush on Katie Holmes back in the day. And I had a crush on the blonde in this movie too, right here on the DVD cover. Yep, and this also stars the late, great Paul Walker, may he rest in peace. And this also has the great Ron Lester, may he rest in peace. He played Billy Bob. Great movie. Yep, so these three Paramount rated R movies I have, they're my sports collection. Yep. And there'll be more where that came from, so that's of my rated R Paramount DVD collection. There'll be more coming up soon, so be on the lookout. Alright, YouTube. Nice seeing you. Take it easy. Be safe. Stay out of trouble. Peace.